Christie's in New York City, and it's such a pleasure to introduce Jawad and Sadia in their fantastic fashion show. The designers are fantastic. There's a denomination of pollution and white and gold, the Taj Hotel, and I'm very excited about the show, and I feel like everybody's going to be so fulfilled and enriched. And it's wonderful to see New York and Delhi, Mumbai, Pakistan integrate in embroidery and texture. I'm here with Sadia. Sadia, how are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you, darling.
Good to see you as well. So everyone is so excited, and your show is such a success. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling wonderful, and it's so new. It was my first show in New York, and my friends and family are all in London. So, I'm missing them, and at the same time, I'm so excited because everything has turned out so beautifully. New York fashion is obviously very streamlined. It's very mainstream. Fashion in London, New York, Milan, we all know about it. We know about all the brands. And I think that South Asian fashion is very different. It's different because of fabrics, colors, craftsmanship, artisanal craft. We tend to really use craft in our designs. We specialize in fine embroidery. I think this is a craft that if we don't showcase it and if we don't promote it, the millennial generation will slowly and gradually just go towards a very minimalistic way of doing fashion, and this will eventually die.
I'm with Fatma, who's the sister-in-law of Jawad, the host of the whole show and the producer and everything. Thank you so much for such a wonderful show. Was your favorite designer? What did you think about the flow of the product, the texture, the embroidery, everything, and the atmosphere was so incredible?
Yeah, I think starting off with the atmosphere, the music, the whole vibe, the diversity in the crowd, the models, everything I think was fantastic. The intricate embroidery, the silhouettes, I think it was very well done. I was amazed.
I think it was a lot of responsibility because, we're trying to showcase our culture, and it's the first time that it's happening in New York. And we had to do it right, because if we didn't do it right the first time, then next time it won't be that easy. So I think we've laid out a good platform, and hopefully we'll take it from there. I think, look, we don't have to sell South Asia to South Asians. That's already done. What we want to do is actually bring other people from other cultures to actually appreciate ours and make something relatable to them at the same time. So I was very excited. I was watching in the back. I was watching people's phones out, and I was watching people dancing. I think I generally had the best time myself.
I'm here with the head of business at B4U, Kevin Rigo, the wonderful Kevin Rigo, who has been an advocate in New York City for B4U India, Mumbai, Delhi, London, Northern and Western Europe. Kevin, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you for the introduction, too.
Absolutely. And I feel like this fashion show was such a remarkable success.
Yeah, I think the event was awesome. I mean, I haven't been to an event like this in New York for the past 7 years that I've been here, and I think it's pretty good, actually. Yeah, it was very good.
And you do so much work for B4U, so how do you feel about the integration between New York and Mumbai and Delhi and your shows that you're doing Hollywood to Bollywood?
Because Bollywood is so global and so universal, it just connects all of us in different parts of the world, whether it's UK or USA or India. It's a common thread besides cricket.
I'm here with the the wonderful Faiza Samee, who I'm so happy to see again. That's
to be here. My pleasure, absolutely, and I'm thrilled to be here.
Oh, and your collection is time capsule.
Yes.
And tell me about the theme of your collection.
So theme essentially is something which I really want to focus on is hand embroidery and hand dyeing, hand block printing. So the entire collection has been done entirely by hand. There's no intervention by any machine, only human hands.
Amazing!
Amazing, yes it is. Another thing which is very interesting for me here today is Christie's showcasing, showing at Christie's. Because Christie's was the place where I bought a lot of my old textiles at auctions for inspiration 40 years ago.
Oh my God! And this is a huge night for you.
You know, I've been buying textiles from them. I started 40 years ago, and then I've been buying with them over the years at the two auctions usually which sell Southeast Asian art and textiles twice a year, I think in April and October. So every year I used to make myself be available and to come and buy at auctions, take them back, and then try to replicate or find inspiration in those embroideries. So with the result, I became a huge collector of textiles from our region.
You know what? I am so excited to see what happens, and I'm so impressed that you did everything by hand. Xeeshan from Chalk. Xeeshan, how are you doing? You look amazing.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling about the collection?
I'm super excited. It's not just a random collection. There's a big message I'm giving away. As you can see, I'm wearing a hat with a bird on it, and the bird is eating plastic. So I wanted to talk about how plastic pollution is choking wildlife, and it's a very dangerous point for the earth, and we should be a little more responsible and keep our environment more cleaner. We are using all the organic fabrics. We are using cotton. So the collection I've designed for tonight is super interesting. The cut and the silhouette is very modern, it's very contemporary, it's very relatable for any woman from anywhere.
Classic Pakistani techniques.
So we have used a lot of sucha gota. You know what sucha gota is? They make gota out of gold wire. We have used a lot of semi-precious stones. Generally, New York is so fast-paced and it's more practical, and they like what we do, but they just want 20% of that or 15% of it. Like back in Pakistan, you can wear all that heavy stuff because you have occasions like that. Over here, they don't like to spend that kind of money. The couture culture is dying all over the world. It's in Pakistan, India, and UAE where the couture culture is still there, but otherwise it's dying all over the world. So they want it to be more fast-paced. They want it to be not disposable, but more like relaxed and chilled out. So that's what I did in my collection. It's very wearable. It's very contemporary, it's super modern, but with this old Pakistani soul.
Of Ulfat, and the collection is called?
The collection which we made, it's called Ulfat, which means love, and we made specially for this, for this event, fashion parade, which is happening in New York, and where designers from India and Pakistan are taking part, and it's a great opportunity for us. I've been into Indian textiles since 24 years, and working with the weavers in the backstage, I really understand how they work and what difficulties they have to go through. And I really wanted to do something for them. When I was a kid, I used to work with them, and I always wanted there should be some kind of a platform where where this art and this culture of art should go globally, available to all the people living everywhere, and that's why we've created our collection, which is called Ulfat, and it is basically a luxury pret line. Yeah. So it's available for everybody. It's not just for people in India and Pakistan.
Khadijah with Elan's. How are you, Khadijah?
Very well, thank you.
And tell me, how are you feeling about the fashion show?
Very excited. It is great to be showing in New York, and with Sadia at Fashion Parade. It's always a great experience.
What are you excited about in your collection for the most part?
Well, it's a beautiful couture collection. We've kind of done a bit of fusion, so it appeals to the Western market. You have to see it to really kind of get a hang of it, but it's a lot of beautiful craftsmanship from the subcontinent, and the color palette is all very ethereal and light and pastel. So, and the cuts and silhouettes are very sort of avant-garde. So overall, it's a really exotic yet flamboyant sort of a collection.
How do you feel about the models?
The models are beautiful. They're all amazing. It's truly a cosmopolitan global fashion show where you've got a lot of beautiful women from all around the world. Absolutely. And they're going to be wearing our clothes, and it's just very exciting to see that happening. That's something which is truly special about this show, because we're all designers from the subcontinent, and the subcontinent is known for its embellishment and its technique and its craftsmanship. That's something that the West does not have anymore. It's all hand done. So that's one thing that makes this show really, really special. You'll see a lot of technique and a lot of craftsmanship on the ramp.
To define your collection, how would you define your own collection in 3 words?
I think it's elegant, it's a fusion collection, and it's ethereal.
I'm here with Gonzalez from Rabbani Raka. And Gonzalez, tell me about the collection.
The collection is whites and golds, which is inspired by Taj and the dusty, golden, dusty muse. So that's all about what I can tell about the collection.
What do you think separates the New York fashion industry from the Indian culture?
I think it's about South Asian market is more about tradition, more colors and more embroidery. So that's what we're trying to bring. And I think it's more tradition involved with a best of fusion and contemporary look.
Kamiar. Kamiar, it's such a pleasure to meet you and I love your professionalism. What is the name of your collection?
Well, my collection is called Conversations, and I decided that I had many things on my mind, and I was thinking that the world is getting so divisive, and how to put your best face forward is through art and fashion and culture. So I'm so glad that this platform came up. And I decided to title my collection Conversations because I wanted to have a conversation between different cultures, conversation between masculinity and femininity, conversation between revealing and concealing, a conversation about appropriation because that's such a trigger word these days. The models, in fact, are driving home the point of diversity because they're from all over the world. And as a South Asian designer, this is, one of the handful of times that I've gotten an opportunity to show my clothing onto women that are from Puerto Rico, from Malaysia, from Russia, from African American descent. So the diversity element is really brought forward through the models. And that's been really exciting for me.
This was a great show.
Yeah.
Especially because the mixture of India and Pakistan and the fabrics they used was tremendously very well done. A lot of details and a lot of new ideas. This was not like a regular show. It was something different.
When we are going to showcase South Asia to an audience that doesn't understand South Asia or does not have the awareness about our craft, then you have to make sure you show it in a way that's relatable to them. We have used the same models. I've tried to keep as much diversity in the models as I possibly could. I used all of the top agencies in New York. And we have used the same models that New York Fashion Week or all the fashion weeks are using. And so that I can have the bloggers and the people from the fashion world come and say, hey, we recognize these models, and now they're working for these brands. I want them to be able to relate to our designs because it's something new. The girls were there for fittings yesterday. They were just absolutely amazing. I can't complain. I mean, they're young, they're beautiful, and it's so exciting to see all of this come together to life.
Sadia, I'm so happy for you, and I'm just very excited to see this show, and I'm rooting for you in New York.
Thank you.
Keep coming back to us.
I definitely will. B4U is family.